so close that people can hear its roosters crowing and its dogs barking. They are content to die of old age without ever having gone to see it. True words aren't eloquent. Eloquent words aren't true. Wise men don't need to prove their point. Men who need to prove their point aren't wise. The master has no possession. The more he does for others, the happier he is. The more he gives to others, the wealthier he is. The Tao nourishes by not forcing, by not dominating. The master leads. As our exploration of the Tao Te Ching draws to a close, let us pause and reflect on our journey through Lao Tse's divine landscape. The wisdom we've encountered within these pages transcends time and space, reminding us to embrace simplicity.
Like how we treat our land, our ground, our soil, our waters, which everything thrives on. It's not just us humans, everything depends on healthy soil and healthy water.
That will never happen. And you know why it will never happen? And not because I don't want it to happen. That's because, like I said, it's humanistic. The only thing that can really, really stop or at least reduce a lot of the wars in the world, for the most part, and I know it sounds like a big hypothetical, and maybe this is where I think Jeff Bezos and Elon do play a part, is by ensuring that human beings have a longer or bigger land mass to live or at least live on, right? The truth is, if human beings, so-called, your human beings, you guys like to say, call it, spend more and more time within this planet, eventually it's going to be threatened and doubted, and there will be nothing left, right? The truth is, at the end of the day, you need to find a way to help humanity, maybe cheaper, very, very cheap way to make sure humanity can expand into the rest of the solar system. Because if they're left alone in one central place without something to do, they will just blow it up. That's what history has shown us. Every century, every civilization has always ended up in war. This is a pattern to this. We want to come here and pretend. Even Africa, prior to colonization, whatever, the Zulus, the Xhosas, the Khoisans were just war on war on war, right? And remember, capitalism. We're all under this thing called capitalism, meaning if you stop war, Lockheed Martin clocks. GE doesn't have any jobs. So many companies literally lose a bunch of contracts. You know what that means? Unemployment. And what does unemployment give you? Angry fucking people. You know what I mean? Who don't have fucking jobs to do anymore. That's what I'm saying. That there's no goodness on this unless you actually find a big new industry that humans have to occupy their fucking time with, and they don't have time to interact with each other as much. That's just is what it is. I'm sorry, but that's.
And I'll say one thing about America that makes it different than the rest of the world.
All in love.
We make greed attractive. We are the greediest motherfucking group of people on planet Earth. No fucking question about it. And the only difference between America and a lot of the rest of the world is that we're really fucking greedy. And when we do kill people for money, we feel guilty. Some other places that aren't as greedy as us, they enjoy killing people for money. It's like a greed versus established greed. We have it. Russia enjoys killing people for money. Putin enjoys dropping airplanes out of the fucking air and then pretending like he doesn't understand what happens, right? We don't enjoy it. We feel bad about it, but we still do it for the fucking money because we're advanced.
Mike,
you guys are elementary school level greedy sons of bitches.
Oh, Mike, thank you, Mike, for being honest.
Mike, I bet you, go on YouTube right now, look at any gun channel and show me one that's not American. Every gun channel talking about this. Look, I'm on AR-15 and how if you put this silence over here, it's this and this and all.
Well, that's not somebody
killed somebody. And you're gonna come and tell me how you still get a kid. Yeah, look at the industry.
Our gun culture does not mean that we value human lives less than other countries. It just means we like guns. Okay, we started that way. That's how we started. We left the country of England. We came over here, we got a bunch of guns, and then we hid in the fucking woods, and we killed everybody who tried to take it from us, okay? That we all had them, we put it in our Constitution. The guns thing cannot be directly correlated. It can be correlated to the fact that we kill each other more than other countries kill themselves with guns, for sure. But it can't be correlated to our devaluation of human beings any more than anything else, right?
Anyone buying a ticket?
money is more important than human beings in America. Guns are not more important than human beings. We just value
because of consequences. You don't kill human beings because of consequences. I'll give you an example. There's that thing you guys do in
and Christian values and thou
But
shalt
what's
not
the thing?
murder.
Wait.
Mr. and Mike, can you please? Okay, guys, we have new people on the stage. Can you please wrap it up so we can read from Republican and Jenya, please, Mike and Mr. Because I would love to hear also from Republican and Jenya. Okay, thank you. So, welcome everybody, Republican, Jenya, hey, Nayana, and DWI. We are exploring, is Russia a bad country, yes or no? And we had a beautiful exploration, very much passionate. We all share the love for humanity, the love for caring, but we're also very honest about the flaws, like the greed, as Mike said, the patriotism, and just maybe about the limited view of what is actually credible and sustainable for several generations. So let's see where you're at, Republican Jenya. Yenya, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Yenya? Jenya.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Russia's a bad country. I think you should just inverse your title and say Russia is a great country. Because, I emphasize the positive. And, I'd like to say America is a greater country than Russia because America is the best. America is the greatest. I just play the positive and the optimistic. All you pessimistic, negative, linguistic, word-using people need to just pay attention to the words you say because you are what you say. You are what you say in terms of your feelings, your thoughts. You're really just emitting your own state of mind when you talk about what Russia is. Or I'm just saying projection is real. We could be talking about anything and it's still a reflection of your sentiment or your emotion. So I refuse to play the opinion game. I refuse to play the question game. I refuse to play, the negativity game. It doesn't help. And I think it's obviously apparent that, it's not just what we say, but it's what we listen to that counts. So I'm growing my ears. I'm chopping off my penis, and I'm transitioning to a 96-year-old black woman living on a pension. I'm retired now, and I'm living on a pension. I'm just an investor. God bless you all.
So if you refuse to, if you refuse the negativity and the opinion game and the question game, so what are you doing on this app, Jihad? And
I
think he was thrown in.
I
Okay.
think you made a valid point. He literally said America is better than Russia, but he won't say that Russia sucks. Those are two different ways to say the same thing. He's saying taking the pause. He's taking the high road way. He's using the high road version of language to still form an opinion and state his opinion that one thing is better than the other without bashing one harder than the other to prove it. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I'm trying to say that I'm trying to say that words are magic and that just by saying the word water, I can make you wet.
I didn't write the title of this room, I just inherited it. So, but Republican, great points. I'm looking forward to the 96-year-old transitioned version of himself.
And are you wet yet, Vincent?
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm detransitioning now. I've reattached my penis. I'm now a 35-year-old black Muslim from Somalia. I am a former ship pirate turned evangelical LGBTQ CRT BLM preacher. I hope you're okay with my chosen pronouns of she, her, and they. Please do not address me unless you use my pronouns correctly. Thank you very little.
No worries for Republican. name.
All right, Vincent. I am gonna buzz off. Thank you for the space. Thank you, Mister. Thank you, Liverpool.
We drove Blitch crazy.
Inspiration and for our common thread. Of
Blitch, have we driven you crazy yet? It sounds to me like we're driving you crazy. That was kind of my goal, is to prove that, this whole app and everything about it is just, it's all hypnosis.
Well, you are also a hypnosis speaker. Yeah, so by the way, darling, I have been crazy way before this app, and actually I would say the app makes me even a bit less crazy than I was before, because I'm more exposed to different opinions, so I'm less trapped in my own insanity and sharing insanity with others. Anyhow, Republican, as you say, hypnosis, you keep saying this app is crap, it's clown house, and hypnosis, while you're also doing your hypnosis. So I can just give you your own medicine. Watch what you're saying, what the app is. You say the app is bullshit, you have to spend a lot of time on it, and doing your hypnosis on this app. So just be mindful what medicine you give and what medicine you take yourself, and that's going through this beautiful ocean. I'm wishing you a beautiful now. I just appreciate Misters, Livercals, and Mikes. That we all are very compassionate about humanity and we care deeply, otherwise we would not be passionate about sharing our experiences and our points of views and our hypnosis together. And that's what matters. It doesn't matter if it's clown house, it doesn't matter if it's the analog world or the organic world or the AI or metaverse world. It is, we are in it together. And nothing is better or worse, it's just what we make of it. It's a tool. Everything is a tool. And this is an amazing tool. We can sit wherever we are. I'm on Hawaii right now. I hope you hear the ocean. And I can connect with people in Hong Kong. I can connect with people in a clown state, hypnotic state. I can connect with people like Mr. and Liverpool and Africa and Mike and Nayana. And that's what it is. It's all about connection, showing up and being present, witnessing each other, and having a sense of connection. So I'm grateful for this clown house, and I'm grateful for you all. And grateful for this exquisite moment of time and space where we just meet and greet. All right, Vincent, love you. Take care.
Yeah, I will. It's 6:30
Please, before you go, I would like to follow you.
Hey, hold on, bro. It's 6:30 a.m. where I am, so I'm probably gonna get some sleep in a bit. It was lovely chatting with Nicola, and good. You were pretty strong in this room. I liked your opinions, and so I hope you have a nice evening in Hawaii.
Yes, I will. It's a nice noon now. It's like 40 minutes past noon, and I'm just ready to gel and get opinions, especially.
It's kind of spread out as well, you know what I'm saying? But it's been like almost 7 years since I've been there.
Okay, so it's all right there. Converse is fucking right across the street from San Antonio. It's 3 loops in this city. It's all right here. And the only reason why it seems crowded now because they're doing a lot of work to the infrastructure of the city. They're revamping the highway system and the bridges and passes and all of that shit. So that's why it seems to be crowded and traffic is getting a little bit hectic. I'm in it right now, but it's not bad. And it's a great place, great atmosphere. If you plan on having a family or trying to raise a family. Plus, you got 3 major military installations here that offer.
Oh, great. Military installations. Wonderful.
The money in the world. You weren't
No, not at all. Yeah, you didn't put any
tough
bones or blood.
No, it was just 4 pennies. It was just 4 pennies. I was just giving them, I feel like I already gave them.
Yeah, but that's all the representation of something. Like, in the islands, when you give them chickens up, that represents your offspring, your little chicks. So like they'll come to a point of time where they will live and then they'll just randomly die. Like, that's a fact.
Well, there's an easier way to
I guess if you want to call it a spell or ritual or whatever. And I'm saying this just from experience. I've been doing it my whole life. I mean, I'm not a millionaire, but there's certain times when you feel that feeling when you tap in. Sometimes you have to do a ritual to help get you to emote. You have to emote that feeling to like transmitter receiver, so we can transmit a signal, and then we can receive the like kind, right? So it's all about doing whatever you have to do to trick your body into making that vibration that this is, the image or whatever it is that you're holding in your mind that you want to attract is coming. But it's a certain feeling though, right? Like that gut feeling, almost like you can feel you're feeling like butterflies in your stomach, heart palpitations, like you actually you're in front of what it is that you're wishing for, right? Much easier way is to simply write that shit down. Like literally, but before you write it down, you have to go into writing it down with there are no parameters. You have to forget all of your hurdles that you have today. Don't mention any of that shit when you write it down. Just say what is, what will be, all on the upside. And then when you're done, and I'm saying what I've done, this could, you can do whatever you want, but, and then when you're done writing it down, all of it down, in detail, right? All good shit, not what you don't want. Then you speak it aloud several times and keep repeating it until you feel like you have it. That's the whole point of any ritual, is for you to turn on your signal inside into a certain feeling it's hard to describe. And that's when you sent that signal out. And now from that point on, you can expect whatever it is that you wrote about and you spoke it aloud.
I don't know. I don't gotta trigger myself or manipulate myself to do any fucking thing. Like, I feel like the real work is really coming into myself and being able to sit with myself. Like, there's a whole thing in that. There's like a whole process.
Did you understood what I was saying though? Like all rituals do that. Like even the demonic rituals.
Yeah,
they do something physically that's terrible, to where everybody's vibing at that low, terrible vibration. Sending that low, terrible signal out. Yeah, no, I know, I get it. Listen, I get it. Some people don't need to do anything. They can just simply hold it in their mind and attract it to themselves. Right?
No, then why you cut me off? Because that's not what I was saying. What I was saying is I don't need to do none of that shit. Like, where you go, because there's one that's a manipulated side, and then there's one that's like absolute truth. You get there, but you go through it. Like, you go through it. It's like a level of, I guess, what people call shadow work, but it's really like tapping all the way into yourself and who you are. And a lot of people can't get there because they're mixed with things that they're told to hate. Like, oh, I'm part European, my grandmother got smashed by a slave master, or all kinds of stuff, but you still have that European blood inside you, and a lot of people live in regret in that. And that's just an example. You know what I'm saying? But once you accept all of it and you start to go into who are you and why you're here, and you sit in that work, a lot of the things that you try to get to, you could claim what's yours because you know why you're here, and it's the things that you need to go do what you need to do. Like, that's a whole thing in itself.
Nomad, I do a lot of intentional writing and stuff because, I mean, it's called spelling for a reason, exactly. Y'all. It's called spelling for a reason, yeah. And so, like, that's the thing, too, like, when we are associating rituals and stuff and bringing all this negativity to it, like you're saying, Nomad, there's so many other rituals that aren't about negativity and aren't about that, and it's about manifesting, just, like, putting it out there and accepting the outcome regardless. Like, just saying, hey, this is what I want. Like you're saying, this is what I want. I want love. I want this in my life. I want health and happiness. And that's not manipulating anything. That's using the ability that we were gifted, which, like Nomad said, like, some people don't even need to write it because they've accessed that intuition, that part of them, so deeply that merely thinking it. I mean, I used to, when I was in residency in my best place, the way I could manifest blew my mind. Like, I could think of something. I could literally think of, like, dang, I really need this car. Fucking someone walked into my work, redid my entire interior of my car. Not even fucking with you. Like,
yeah, so, but that's the overabundance of your hard work. It's like, because the outflow of information is the written side, but the spell, like you said, is within the writing, because there's so many ways of interpretation. That's why the oldest language has never been written. You know, that the power is in the tongue. The power is in the tongue. So, like, if people really sat with that and really seen what the hell was going on, like, you wouldn't need to burn a candle. Like, that's the wick, the Wiccan, the witch, like, all that crafting shit. You wouldn't even have to do all that work. You really don't.
Nah, you really don't. Well, hey, Jessica,
What'd you say, Nomad? I'm so sorry you cut out.
Did you land?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I was just saying. Thank you. I agree with like both what you guys are saying and the power of it, and just again to like kind of give Lord peace of mind again. The way you did it was with pure intent. Period. You did not go into it with bad. So I don't think like everything we're talking about. I just want to reiterate that to Lord. First and foremost, like you're good, guy. Like I'm glad that you being able to think these things into fruition and trust the outcome regardless, and it ended up working out in your favor, and that's really cool. Like I'm.
Yeah, indeed, man. You're living the dream, spinning the wheels still. Are you spinning wheels or are you double clicking on files? I need you.
He might be doing.
he might be.
Digi-wheels.
Well, I think it's a journey in itself. We're about to see what the hell comes out of all these people with coins and quarters and whatever the fuck, pennies and shit. They all finna come out on this eclipse. Watch it. Ow! Watch that shit.
And I always gotta say too, like, all right. So yeah, we see the negative going on, right? But just for the balance in nature and this reality that we see, we know that there's things is always balanced. So if there's bad stuff going on and in the works, there's also good shit on that same level going on and in the works. Kind of be like, you know, a tussle, a battle. But at the same time, I just feel like, I don't know, it's a lot of bad shit going on, but it's a lot of good stuff too. It has to be a balance, right?
So did you guys click on the link of what I showed you? That's like a good thing that y'all could talk about, especially when you talk about balance.
No, I haven't looked at it yet, Viddy. I'll check it right now.
I'm not watching that until you apologize to Simba.
Oh, wait, real fast to you guys. I just watched
a bitch.
Called what was it? Dark Side of the Moon. Fuck, in the Shadow of the Moon on Netflix, and it's about time travel and how it's to do with the moon phases. It's pretty fucking wild. Y'all would like it.
Oh, I've seen the documentary Dark.
Oh, you got in the Matrix.
Okay, this is Ritual Sacrifice Powers. Just